All right, now, cyber threats are putting some of Maine's most critical infrastructure at risk.
That's the warning from the federal government after finding water systems in our state and across the country don't meet basic cybersecurity standards. Here to tell us more is the I-Team's Dan Lamparello. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Good to be with you guys.
Yeah, Dan, so this is something else. I mean, so many companies are at risk of this. Why are these widespread issues happening? What's going on?
I mean, I feel like we're hearing about it every day, right? I mean, we had Hannaford most recently had a cybersecurity incident that we still don't really know the full scope of on that issue. But it's hitting the private sector, it's hitting the public sector, and utilities, the things we don't really think about, like where our water comes from, where our electricity comes from, where our waste goes, those are also very vulnerable. And we've seen it right here in Maine that even these districts are falling victim to attacks like this.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we're talking ransomware, where they're threatening, you got to pay us this much money, or we're not going to let you back into your computer systems or whatever.
So a real life example that we featured in our story last night, the town of Mount Desert, which is way up near Acadia National Park, a small wastewater district up there. The director came in one day. All of a sudden, he was locked out of his computer. He had a little pop-up that came up, said, you need to pay us such and such amount of money within this amount of time frame, or we're going to sell all the district's information on the dark web. That was, it seems like a phishing campaign that we hear about all the time. Luckily, though, they didn't really get that impacted. I want you to hear from the district's superintendent here, who talks a little bit about what happened, and then we can talk about how it impacted them.
I came to work, tried to access some of our files in my computer, and I wasn't able to. I was locked out of them. It was a relief to know that nobody was able to actually affect anything within the plants.
Wow, how lucky was this district here?
I mean, they are a small district. They're a mostly analog district. So the whole wastewater plant side of things wasn't able to be touched because it's not connected to the internet. Which was really a safeguard for them in a way. But they were also able to restore their administrative side. They had backups. They didn't end up paying the ransom, which was a good thing. But they did get law enforcement involved, and they had training that came in after. But this is a national issue, and it's not just wastewater plants, it's electricity providers, and it's our drinking water supply as well.
Yeah, and here's the deal. How do you know if they're lying or not? I mean, you got to call them on their bluff sometimes, right?
Oftentimes, that's what the FBI and CISA, which is the national organization that kind of oversees cybersecurity, that's their thoughts on this, is to listen, let it come into our hands, because a lot of times these are foreign actors that are trying to get into these systems.
I mean, this is kind of a wake-up call, right? So you cover this district, but it's not just this district that has vulnerabilities, right?
So the Environmental Protection Agency, they did a big study of the nation's largest water districts, every state, including here in Maine, and they found 70% of those do not meet basic cybersecurity standards. That means things like changing passwords regularly or purging the system when an employee leaves. Just basic things that could leave them vulnerable. And the EPA called their findings alarming. And I want you to hear from Senator Angus King here, who is an expert in cybersecurity. He is on a symposium that has been looking at how to harden the nation's infrastructure, because I think what he has to say here is pretty sobering.
We've had that happen in Maine to hospitals. We've had it happen to cities and towns in Maine. And now we're seeing it on the water systems. And the water systems are so vulnerable because they're relatively small. The next Pearl Harbor will be cyber. And we've got to be ready for it.
Dan, that is some powerful
When he
words
said that,
there.
I had to be like, I mean, that is a powerful statement. And he said that that's not hyperbole. He truly believes that the next major attack on our country will be a cyber-related attack. And when you think about our nation's infrastructure, if you take down the electricity grid or if you take down the water supply, those are real threats that could hurt the public. So it's important that these folks really harden their infrastructure and make sure they're prepared for that type of attack.
And for him to compare it to Pearl Harbor, again, this is a surprise attack.
Exactly.
Remember, we called it a day of infamy that you know, people will remember forever. It's the same thing. We've seen all these major corporations, and a lot of them have paid the fines.
They have.
Yeah.
And most of them are private businesses, big companies. Like one organization that was in our story is American Water. They're the largest water utility in the country.
Okay.
They serve 15 different states, customers in 15 different states. They had a ransomware attack last month, and it sounds like they paid that ransom.
Yeah.
So, you know, it all depends on who it is, public and private. Obviously, the public, the government, doesn't want to pay those types of ransoms. So it's preparing for what happens, and then if it happens, what plans in place to mitigate the impacts.
So I want to know, what did you find? What plans are in place? What's being prepared right now?
One example, we spoke to the Portland Water District, the state's largest waste and drinking water district. They had an audit done about 6 months ago, and it helped them better prepare. What vulnerabilities do they have, and how can they harden their system? So it's going to take audits like that. The CDC and the DEP on the state level are doing outreach and training to all of the smaller districts who may not have their own IT staff. It's just constantly learning. I mean, we're doing that here at our work too.
True.
I mean, we get the attempted phishing emails every once in a while. All it takes is one person clicking on one of those links to open up
So
the whole
dangerous.
organization.
That's why I don't know any of my emails.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, here's the good news about
No one
all
tried to
this.
reach Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the good news, though. You know, even if one company gets, you know, ransomware, it's a wake-up call
It
for
is.
everybody, right?
And everyone can learn from that. There is legislation in Congress right now that's going to basically, it hasn't moved forward just yet, so I don't want to speak too soon on it, but it would require these organizations to report when this happens. Because right now it's a very underreported issue. Some organizations may feel like, oh God, I'm embarrassed, I don't want the bad press about something like this, but it's important for people to learn from those experiences, because if they don't get it out there, other people won't know the threat.
Well, Dan, thanks for bringing this to our attention, first of all. If people want to check out your story, where can they find it?
Under the iTeam section of our website, we got all of our stories up there. I know you have a story coming up on Monday, similar cyber data privacy stuff. So it's the big talker right now. It's an issue all of us are working on.
It's so scary. And when we get the emails, no matter what a credit card or has to do with work or whatever. I mean, you hate to change the password, but it's so important to change passwords on a regular basis and make them long, make them complicated instead of something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think all of us are have done that, right? We've done the same password for 15 different accounts.
Oh yeah.
But now they have these apps that make it so much easier to track. You know, you have one password that unlocks all of your things, and you can have all of these more secure passwords. It's the only way that we're going to protect ourselves from identity theft, from scams, and from even larger issues like cyber attacks.
Yeah, so we can all learn from this, not just major corporations.
Absolutely.
We're paying attention.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.